You are about to hear some insane claims. A single lion who killed 400 hyenas. A warrior who took down a hippo by himself. A king who defeated over 130 rivals to build an empire. That lion's name was Scarface. And these legends are just the beginning. But the most unbelievable part of his story is the tragic truth about how it all ended. In this video, we will analyze the evidence and uncover the truth behind the myth of Scarface while witnessing the final heartbreaking moments of the lion known as the GOAT, the rise to power. To understand the legend, you must first understand the man. He wasn't born a king, he was born an exile. Born in 2007, the lion who would come to be known as Scarface entered a world designed to kill him. He and his three brothers, Hunter, Morani, and Sikio, were nomads. In the brutal arithmetic of the wild, 4 males without a pride are little more than statistics. They are walking ghosts, doomed to be picked off by stronger coalitions or the constant threat of starvation. They navigated a harsh purgatory, where every scent on the wind signaled potential danger. Yet these 4 brothers possessed something that defied the odds, an unbreakable bond. They formed a coalition that would go down in history, the 4 Musketeers. This was more than just family, it was a squad, a highly coordinated combat unit. Together, their combined strength and tactical intelligence made them an overwhelming force, capable of rewriting the map of the Maasai Mara. In late 2011, they set their sights on the ultimate prize, the Marsh Pride. This was no ordinary territory, it was the crown jewel of the Mara, a lush kingdom abundant with water and prey. Taking it would declare their kingship. They launched a coordinated violent coup, dethroning the 2 resident males in a brutal showdown. The Musketeers had claimed their kingdom. But a king needs a crown. Scarface earned his in 2012 during a vicious territorial patrol when he sustained a deep, horrific gash over his right eye. For any other animal, an injury this severe, especially so close to the brain, should have been fatal. It should have marked the end. Instead, it marked a new beginning. The wound healed into a permanent, iconic scar. It wasn't merely a mark of damage, it became his signature, a brand that symbolized a survivor who had gazed into the abyss and did not flinch. From that day forward, the lion was no more. In his place stood Scarface, the Reign. With his kingdom secured and his legend established, Scarface entered his prime, and it was truly glorious. The 4 Musketeers commanded a vast empire stretching over 400 square kilometers. They were absolute rulers and the undisputed leaders of their domain. This is where the stories and myths that would make him a global phenomenon truly began. Let's examine some of the claims about him. Did he really kill 400 hyenas? The number itself is almost certainly a legend, but it is born from a terrifying truth. Scarface and his brothers were renowned as hyena-killing specialists. For most predators, confronting a full-grown hyena clan is a daunting challenge. However, the Musketeers approached them with a unique and chilling aggression. They didn't just chase hyenas away from their kills, they engaged in a relentless campaign to eliminate them. This calculated brutality is why the exaggerated number exists. It serves as a testament to their absolute dominance over their eternal rivals. What about the story of Scarface taking down a hippopotamus? Such tales stem from awe. A full-grown hippo is one of the most dangerous animals in Africa, a true beast that even entire prides of lions tend to avoid. While it's conceivable for a coalition of lions to hunt a young or sick hippo, there is no verified evidence of Scarface accomplishing this feat alone. The story persists because those who witnessed him, with his imposing presence and battle-scarred face, believed he was capable of anything. Now, consider the claim that he defeated over 130 lions. While there may not be a literal scorecard, this figure reflects a decade of continuous warfare, To conquer and maintain a kingdom of that size for so long is almost unheard of. Imagine the sheer number of challengers he faced, the young males seeking glory and the desperate nomads searching for a home. The number 130 isn't just a statistic, it's a testament to a decade filled with bloodshed, strategy, and victory. Yet, despite being a brutal warrior and a powerful king, Scarface had another side that fascinated observers. He was also a patient and gentle father, often seen allowing his cubs to play with his magnificent mane. This contrast, the fearsome monarch who was also a devoted parent, elevated him from being merely an animal to a complex and beloved character. This kind of deep analysis, breaking down a predator's raw power and unique abilities, is the exact reason I created my own game, Wildlife Battle Cards. And to let you experience it yourself, I'm giving every single viewer a free legendary starter pack. You can grab your digital cards right now by clicking the very first link in the description below. The Fall. In the wild. Time is the ultimate adversary. After a decade of war, even the greatest kings begin to feel its weight. The iron grip of the Musketeers started to rust. The legendary coalition fractured. In 2019, one of the brothers, Hunter, vanished without a trace. In early 2020, the other brother, Sikio, died from his wounds after a final battle. The once unbeatable quartet was reduced to just two aging warriors. Scarface, the great king, was becoming an old man. His once powerful frame grew thin, and his effortless swagger transformed into a painful limp. He became a living monument, carrying the weight of 1,000 battles on his scarred body. As his strength faded, rumors began to circulate. The most persistent one claimed he was killed by a Maasai herdsman's spear. It was the ending everyone expected for a life lived by the sword, a final, violent confrontation with a man. A tragic, but fitting fate for a warrior. However, the truth of Scarface's final moments was not the ending anyone anticipated. It wasn't a tragedy of violence, it was something quieter and infinitely more profound. On June 11, 2021, the news broke. Scarface was dead. But there was no spear, no final battle, and no rival standing over his body. At 14 years of age, an ancient age for a wild male lion, he died peacefully of natural causes. In his final days, Scarface undertook one last epic journey. He walked over 25 kilometers, weak and emaciated, on a pilgrimage back to the Marsh Pride territory, the place where his reign began. It was as if he was guided by some deep instinct, a need to return home. He lay down in the heart of his kingdom and simply let go. He had won his final battle, the right to die on his own terms. So, why is Scarface still remembered as the greatest of all time? It's because he wasn't just a fierce animal, he became a global symbol of resilience. His story, shared across the world, captivated millions. His life was a masterclass in survival, brotherhood, and dominance. However, his death imparted a different lesson. Even the most violent life could find a peaceful resolution. He lived a life marked by legendary violence, but was granted a death of legendary peace. His legacy continues to thrive in the Maasai Mara today, carried on by his numerous descendants who embody the traits of a true and undisputed king. Before you leave, don't forget to grab your free legendary starter pack for Wildlife Battle Cards and hold the power of these magnificent animals in your hands. Just follow the first link in the description. If you believe that every legend has a story worth sharing, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, as our library of legends is just getting started. If you learned something new, please like this video and click here to watch another one of our epic stories. Thank you for being part of this journey. Stay wild.